Class 10 Biology. Third chapter Genetics. Good morning, students. Today we will continue the chapter Genetics with another topic, which is genotype and phenotype. So before going to the book, let's know what are genotype and phenotype. The set of genes present in the cells of an organism is called genotype. For example, genotype of a character like height of students. So here this is the gene set of genes, and genotype for this set of genes is capital T and small t. Always ask in the board examination, just write down the genotype for the following set of genes. So here capital T and small t is the genotype. What is phenotype? The observable characteristics or characters which are genetically controlled. For example, phenotype of a character like height of students or height of plant that are capital T, it will represent tall plant. Capital T, small t, again it will represent tall plant. But when both are similar, that is small t, it will represent short plant. Why? In the first example, when we have set of genes having similar alleles that are capital T and capital T, it is known as homozygous condition or homozygous dominant, because I have said earlier, if it is written in capital letter, it will be a dominant gene. So here both are dominant, then such set of genes is known as homozygous dominant. Homo means similar, zygous means genes. Second example, capital T, small t. Both the alleles are different, so it is heterozygous, different set of genes. But here again it will be dominant, because in this case one capital T will present, that will express its effect by suppressing the effect of small t. In the third one, both are similar, but they are in their small letters. They are in their small letters, and when both the alleles are same, again it is known as homozygous, but it is recessive. So one point is concluded here, that recessive genes only express when they are present in the homozygous condition. If they are in homozygous, they will not able to express their effect. Understood all of you? Now come to the book, genotype and phenotype. The three situations pertaining to any pair of genes, as for example in tongue rolling, can be follows. So here three examples, capital R. Here it is both dominant, and if a person having this set of genes, the person can roll his tongue. Capital R and small r, one is dominant and the other is recessive. Again the person, if possesses this set of genes, he can roll his tongue. If both are small r, both recessive, the person cannot roll his tongue. So you can see from the above example that the tongue rollers have two kinds of genetic constitution, either capital R or and small r. whereas non-rollers have only one genetic constitution, that is small r small r. So the genetic constitution pertaining to the kinds of genes possessed are called genotype, and the expressed shown character is called phenotype. Thus, for the phenotype for tongue rollers, there are two genotypes. One is means if a person can roll his tongue, then we have two set of genes or two genotypes, and these two genotypes are homozygous dominant, it represented by capital R, and the other is heterozygous dominant, it is represented by one capital R and the other small r. Clear all of you? Once more, if a person can roll his tongue, then the person having two set of genes or genotype, these are capital R and capital R and small r. Clear all of you? Now let's try to understood one illustration that is given in point 3.9 from parents to children tongue rolling, an example of inheritance. What is inheritance? The process of transmission of characters from one generation to the next generation. So figure illustrate a family chart of two parents and their three children. So these are the two parents. This is the male parent, female parent, and their three children. Out of three children, two are daughters and one is son. And this illustration illustrates the trait of tongue rolling. Now, once more, see the diagram properly. It is actually not the diagram, it's a pedigree chart. In pedigree chart, we can show either 2 generation, 3 generation or 4 generation. So this type of illustration is called pedigree chart. So when we observe this pedigree chart, we have some conclusions, and conclusions are: first, males are shown by squares. So this is the square, it represents the male, and females by circles. Both father and mother are tongue roller. Hollow symbols represent the unusual express characters. Of the three children born, two can roll. See, this is the roller, this is the roller, again this is the roller, but this daughter cannot. So out of three children, two can roll and the third one cannot. And again, male child is shown by square. Only female child or females are shown by circles. The recessive trait of non-rolling. So this daughter, and here symbol is said to be a solid symbol because this circle is painted by color, so it is solid symbol, and the recessive trait of non-roller in one of the children could have come from nowhere else but the parents. So next point, the non-roller child in the family chart with genotype RR must have received one small r from one parent and the other small r gene from the other parent. So when we discuss about its conclusion, we have concluded that each of the two parent is homozygous. So see how we have the chart and conclusion. So this is the male parent shown by square. This is the female parent shown by circle, and this couple have 3 children. 1, is said to be homozygous dominant. Second one is said to be heterozygous dominant, and the third one is said to be homozygous recessive. So here first child is shown by circle, second child is shown by square, and the third child is shown by circle, but this circle should be dark. Here we have concluded that this child that possesses homozygous recessive gene, it contains two alleles. Both the alleles are similar, that is r and small r, and both the genes must receive from each parent. So what will be the genotype of these two parents? So the genotype of these two parents must be heterozygous dominant. This is the heterozygous dominant. When we cross, this capital R will fuse with the capital R of male, thus it will produce homozygous dominant. This capital R again fuse with the small r, so it will produce heterozygous dominant. And in the last time, this small r will fuse with the male containing small r, thus it will produce homozygous recessive gene, and this child cannot roll her tongue. This altogether, all this concludes that if a person can roll his tongue, then it must have the genetic constitution that are either homozygous dominant or heterozygous dominant. If it is recessive, it cannot. Understood all of you? Okay. Have a good day.